Let's take a look at problem number 29. In 29, we want to find f prime of a if f of x is equal to 4x squared plus 2x and a is negative 2. Okay, we want to find f prime of a. So the formula for f prime of a, let's just write it down, is f prime of a is equal to the limit as h goes to 0 of f of a plus h minus f of a over h. And that's just by definition. Now we want to plug in, we know what a is. A in this case is negative 2. So let's rewrite this. And this is the limit as h goes to 0 of f of negative 2 plus h minus f of negative 2 all over h. Okay, so we're ready to go here. Now we just need to plug things in. We need to figure out what is f of negative 2 plus h and what is f of negative 2. So I'm just going to plug negative 2 plus h in for x up here. When I do, I'll get the following. Let's follow this up here. We get the limit as h goes to 0 of, if I plug in a negative 2 plus h for x here and for x here, I get 4 times negative 2 plus h squared plus 2 times negative 2 plus h. All right, that's f of negative 2 plus h. Then we need to subtract f of negative 2. So we subtract f of negative 2. Well, if I plugged in negative 2 up here, I'd get negative 2 squared, which is 4, times 4 is 16, and then negative 2 times 2 is minus 4. So I would get 16 minus 4, which is 12. So I need to subtract 12. Okay, so here is my f of negative 2 plus h minus f of negative 2 all over h. Now let's do some simplification. So I'll rewrite, this is the limit as h goes to 0 of, if I expand this out, I'm going to do it real quick. You're welcome to check my work and make sure that it's right. So this is 4 times negative 2 squared is 4 times 4 is 16. Then I get 2 times this first guy times the second guy. So that's minus 4 times h times 4 is minus 16h. Then I square the h and multiply by 4, so I get plus 4h squared. Then I'll move on to this guy. 2 times minus 2 is minus 4. 2 times h is plus 2h. And then I still have minus 12 all over h. All right, now let's simplify some more if we can. What do we got here? I've got a 16 minus 4 minus 12. You'll notice that all those just cancel out. Then I have plus 4h squared. So I've got limit as h goes to 0 of 4h squared. And I have minus 16h plus 2h. So that's minus 14h all over h. Since everything on the top of the fraction has an h in it, I can factor out an h. And if I do, I get limit as h goes to 0 of, if I factor out an h here, I get h times 4h minus 14 all over h. H's cancel, and I'm left with the limit as h goes to 0 of 4h minus 14. There's nothing to stop me from plugging in h equals 0 at this point. It doesn't cause division by 0 anymore, so I can go ahead and plug in h is 0, and if h is 0, I just am left with negative 14. So what does this negative 14 tell me? it says what is the derivative of this function f of x when a is negative 2, in other words, when the x value here is negative 2, and the slope is negative 14.